watching, you know, Hard Knocks, and I'm over here like Dan Campbell and these Detroit Lions are good. Okay, I'm not saying that they're, you know, a contender or anything, but this team is definitely going to be in the fight for a wild card. First off, I want to hear your thoughts down below. Am I preposterous for thinking this? I know I almost said the AFC, but I mean the NFC. The NFC North with the Vikes, the Packers, the Bears aren't really anything to worry about, but I could see it being, you know, obviously the Packers are probably going to win it. I mean, the Vikings look like they're going to make noise. Those Vikes are my team, but the Lions, I think this could be a team that come Super Wildcard weekend could be there. Especially that they have a competent quarterback. So really, Hard Knocks has just got me all jived up. I really like this team, okay? Just every position just feels loaded, even on the offense. I mean, everyone's going to be like the quarterback isn't good with Tim Boyle, Jared Goff, and, you know, David Blau. Jared Goff's starting quarterback. David Blau's the backup, and so is Tim Boyle. You're not going to see either of them unless Goff gets hurt. Okay, guys? And Goff isn't bad. Okay? He's a system quarterback. He's still a top 30 quarterback in the NFL. And, you know, Craig Reynolds, DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Justin Jackson, Godwin, and, you know, Jamar Jefferson, I guess you say it. And I cannot say Godwin's last name, but that running back group, whoever, if Swift can finally take over and be that 1,000-yard rusher that we think he can be, it's over. Then the receiving group with, you know, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I did not know his dad was John Brown, like Mr. Universe. That's wild. That was a great little piece in Hard Knocks this past episode 2. Then Josh Reynolds, okay? Then you also have Khalif Raymond and DJ Chark, who they brought in. Maurice Alexander, who they drafted. And you know what's funny is that Maurice Alexander is a guy who played in the USFL. USFL went undrafted out of FIU and didn't play football for like 2 years. He also played freaking 5 years. He was at FIU for 5 years. He's 5'11". I hope Maurice Alexander makes the team. That'd be really cool. And we'll talk about the whole thing. They have Devin Funchess backing up TJ Hawkinson. And then the whole defense. I really like this team. This team is about to bite some kneecaps, okay? And this team went 3-3 down the stretch. And Dan Campbell was the man who's awesome. And they went winless for 11 games, and he never gave up. He never wavered. And he's the guy that is really going to turn this around. And I like Jared Goff, but I'd rather have Jared Goff over Baker Mayfield. Okay? And Jared Goff was 11-2 during weeks 11 to 18, second best in the NFL with a minimum of 100 pass attempts. And only Aaron Rodgers was better over those 8 weeks. In his final 5 starts of the seasons, the Lions went 3-2. He posted 107 passer rating. And I think Goff's improvement directly tied to the Lions' success. So if he's going to continue doing that, this team's going to be good. And then Aiden Hutchinson, the best player in this past year's draft, Travon Walker. But Hutchinson, people are saying he's going to have a Nick Bosa-like impact for the Lions. And Hutchinson posted 14 sacks last year, a Michigan school record, and was ranked second among players from Power 5 schools. So I think that's going to be great. And then you have, you know, Levi Onwuzurike, who was a second-year pro who showed flashes as a rookie, and he was a second-round pick. And Michael Brockers told reporters that he doesn't think of himself as one of the old guys in the league, but he will pull out his OG card a bit. So I think that's just, you know, Michael Brockers showing that Levi might get some, you know, playing time, and hopefully he can go off the ground, hit the ground running. And this is a team that I think we can see early. You know, first 2 weeks they open with back-to-back home games. They'll play the Eagles and the Commanders to open the season. If they can start 2-0, whoo! And then they play the Bears in Week 10, beat them. And then the big test will be the Green Bay Packers, okay? And that's Week 18. And we'll see if that's going to be a team making a push for the playoffs right there. And I love Hutchinson. The Lions recorded 30 sacks last year, which was the third lowest. Only the Eagles and the Falcons had less sacks. And we're hoping that Jeff Okudah, the third overall pick from 2020. Someone tell me how to say his name down below. But he was a dog. He was heralded to be the next like Darrelle Revis, like shut down corner, and he blew his Achilles. And that takes away a lot of, you know, athleticism. They brought in former Minnesota Vikings first round pick Mike Hughes, who replaced Trey Waynes, and now Mike Hughes, back-to-back corners that they weren't bad corners, they're just not transcendent, they're decent starters. And Jared Davis is back, and he's going to be able to be one of the best players. And also Rodrigo looks good. Okay, Aaron Glenn is going to be a dog, and he interviewed for head coaching jobs in Denver and New Orleans this offseason, and could be a guy who might, get a job elsewhere after this season. So look at Aaron Glenn lead this defense to be some dogs, be hungry. Because if you look at this, Rodrigo is going to be, Kelvin Shepard was saying he's got some, high-level linebacking ability. And, they have Alex Anzalone. Is it Anzalone or Anzalone? I've heard Anzalone by commentators, but I knew a girl with the same last name, and it was Anzalone. But Jared Davis, and then you got Malcolm Rodriguez, but Rodrigo is what they call him. 6th-round pick, playing like a dog. And James Houston and Chris Board, Derek Barnes, Sean Dio Hamilton, Anthony Pittman, and Josh Woods will all make their efforts, all inside and outside linebackers. This is a team that has more inside linebackers. They're, I believe, a 4-3? Yeah, 4-3 or a 3-4? 4-3 it looks like. They run a 4-3. I'm so stupid. I want to make sure right here. I'm like 95% sure it's 4-3. Yeah, they run a 4-3. That's what I thought, because they don't have many outside linebackers, and typically when you have more defensive ends, if you guys don't know, more outside linebackers mean you have a 3-4, which means you pass rush with your linebackers. If you have a 4-3, you have more inside linebackers, and you pass rush with defensive ends. And with the defensive ends, Aiden Hutchinson and Charles Harrison look like they're going to form a duo. And Charles Harrison was a first-round pick with the Dolphins, people forget. And he's a guy, he's only had a career 14 sacks, but he signed a 2-year, $13 million extension with the team, so expect him to eat. Austin Bryant, Eric Banks, Michael Brockers, all going to be good guys for this team. And that offensive line looks good with Frank Ragnow. They have Penny Sewell and Batili, the guy from Philadelphia. He looks good. Taylor Decker. I think that's a good, line right there. And also Jameson Williams, they drafted. I don't know if he'll be able to play this year. But again, this goes back to this team needs the run to set it up. Jamal Williams, who started 11 games, is like their dog. But Adam Rank, who a lot of this information is coming from, shout out Adam Rank's links in the description. Swift is supposedly reminding him a lot of Dalvin Cook, who played just 4 games during his rookie year, and he took a step forward in his second season and exploded for 13 rushing touchdowns his third season. So a lot of people are hoping that if Penny Sewell dominate as a second-year offensive tackle, can open up some holes for DeAndre Swift to be similar to Dalvin Cook. And I think St. Brown's going to be a dog, but I also think TJ Hawkinson is going to be a dog. And for me, I think this year, Goff is just going to have so many weapons. He has Hawkinson, St. Brown, DJ Chark, Swift out the backfield. If Devin Funchess makes the team, he's got two big old tight ends, okay? There's Quintez from last year and Josh Reynolds. There's just so many weapons on this team that I don't think you should worry about. And if Jameson Williams can play, it'll be fine. And look, they elevated Ben Johnson to offensive coordinator, and he lost play calling duties in November and was, fired after the season victory over the Packers. And Dan Campbell said it just wasn't a fit. And Lynn spoke highly of Campbell and the Lions after moving on. And sometimes, things don't work out. And it looks like that Johnson he's a former tight ends coach, so he's going to put his guys in the position to be successful, it seems like. So, this is a team that won 3 games. So, I think if they win more than 6 games, it's a successful season. But I think if they finish above 500, it looks good, okay? This is a fun team. And to be fair, it's not going to be an easy road back to the top. But look, it's just interesting to see. And it's just funny. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What are you guys? Football's around the season. Shout out for the Lions having one of the best Hard Knocks. Let's talk about that Hard Knocks. First off, I would play for Dan Campbell. I would run through a wall for Dan Campbell. I would do a lot for Dan Campbell. He seems like a fantastic coach to play for. A real fun guy. A real driver. And again, definitely seems like a guy that would be awesome to play for. What are your thoughts on him? People from Detroit. Any thoughts on him? Anything you guys think about him? Is there any weaknesses on this team that I disregarded? I think this team's just is building themselves into a contender, and I think people are gonna continue to overlook how good this team is, and I just can't wait. Okay, I really do believe that this is gonna be a team that in due time people are gonna just be shocked by just how good, how strong, how I just feel like right now, it's just felt like for a while that the Detroit Lions are overlooked and just they think they're a dumpster fire, when I think it's very clear that they're not, and this is a clearly capable team. So that's where I want to hear your thoughts down below, if you guys are on the same page as me or if that's just me. I really do think that like this is a team that has the capability of probably being close to a wild card team. Definitely, I think they'll easily be close to 500. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they need a longer road, and this is just me being way too optimistic. But I like to look at the glass half full, and I don't think there's any reason with us to think that that isn't possible. Because just looking, this is a good team, and I think they're capable of being better than what people are anticipating. So that's where I want to hear your thoughts down below. Am I just being overexcited and thinking that this is a team that is going to be able to overcome, I know, some problems that might be a bit harder to deal with than they may seem? I don't know. That's where I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think and why? But besides that, I hope you guys do have a great day, and I love y'all. I really do. Thank you for all the support and watching the videos. I know everyone's talking about the NFL right now, so it's like nothing special, but hey, thank you for tuning in. Every view helps, and I think it's fun. It's fun talking to y'all and making these videos, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys want to see? Is there anything else I can make for y'all to make y'all happier or more entertained? But besides that, have a great day, guys. Wanted to milk.